I'll just say that, like I said before, when this law was first passed, and I think the record should reflect, I think that it was voted on 4-0. I think it was Mr. Conway, Mr. Ryback, myself, and Mr. Dzinski when it was first passed. Now there was some reference to some Jessica saying she was in favor of and voted on it, but I don't recall that.
I wasn't in favor of it, but I'm glad to hear I didn't vote.
I don't think you did.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel
Just
better.
to clarify. But in any event, like I said, when the research that went into the initial drafting of the legislation, which I had involvement in, and so did Heather, and I don't know who else she worked on it with, but research was done throughout the state and other types of townships that the law that they've implemented. So we took that along with some new ideas in how to further, protect the residents of Cicero. And through that was the grandfathering clause, which was considered at one point, and then there was some other information relative to distances away from schools and parks and those type of things. And that's why the original law was presented the way it was, and then implemented and voted on. Like I said before, I think it's a strict law. It's still constitutional. There was research done, and I think I still believe it would uphold constitutionality, and believe it's in its form and content is good, and it protects the residents of Cicero.
Hey Jim, excuse me,
Yeah.
when you did research before this was presented, how many places had forced people to move from where they were? Municipalities, how many? Well, relative, yeah, I mean, not specifically, but was there a great many of people who forced people to move?
I can't recall. I mean, there's counties, there's multiple counties in New York State that have implemented such measures, and that specific provision, I can't recall. I mean, if any made them move or not move. I'd have to pull out my notes from them.